Why don't you tell us a little bit about your winery, how long it's been around? I know you got two locations. Yeah, why don't you just talk a little bit about it?
Sure. We've been open since 2015, June of 2015. So we're just coming up on our 5-year anniversary.
Okay.
And my cousin and I started this. We've spent many years together working in the wine industry even before this. So we just loved the Michigan wine industry and wanted to branch off and do our own thing. So we opened in St. Joseph in 2015. And then just 2 years later, we opened another tasting room in Bridgman, Michigan, just south of St. Joe as well. So
Nice.
yeah, we recently expanded last year our production facility. We purchased a building and to expand some of our production and storage, and to hopefully grow into the spirits market eventually here as well. So
Oh, like be specific. Like, does that mean like the I think when you say that, I think of like I can't think of it right now, but the distilleries. Is that different?
yeah, so basically we're a small distiller now as well as a small winemaker. So we're able
Okay.
to spirits, might start with a rum. We'll start with like a cranberry shine, we're calling it, which is basically a stronger version of our cranberry wine. So that's been popular so far. The few that have tried our little experimental batches.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That does sound
like
good.
a crantini, if you want to compare it to that.
Oh, shoot, yes. And I
Cool.
know, Lauren, tell a little bit about, because I was a dancer for about 18 years, and I thought that's what the background of the name was, but you actually corrected me. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that, what Lazy Ballerina actually means?
Sure. So Lazy Ballerina is actually a viticulture term. It's a name for a type of trellis system that a wine grapevine grows on. So there's numerous different types of trellises that are just a different design, if you want to call it that. But this is a certain type of trellis system. I don't exactly know why it's called Lazy Ballerina. Maybe the way that the vines or the grapes hang off of the trellis to maybe create the illusion of a ballerina.
Right.
That's what I've heard. I don't really know if that's true. But that's where the name actually comes from. And we just fell in love with the name, that it was, wine related, but also kind of feminine. We are the only women-owned winery here in Southwest.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah. And so
In
we kind of wanted,
in Michigan as a whole, or?
No, just Southwest Michigan, but we're one of only 2 or 3 that are solely women-owned in the whole state of Michigan.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, which is cool. So we liked, kind of the fun feminine name, and some of our wines are named after ballet terms. Like we have a Releve Riesling, we have a Pink Tutu, which is a sweet blush wine. Yeah, so just kind of had fun with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the labels and stuff are really cool too. Who does do you guys have like somebody who does these for you, or is it you pick different ones, looks like, or how does that work?
So the traditional label, which I have a bottle here, I can show you on the camera if you can see it.
Yep.
The traditional label with the ballerina in the vineyard there, that was our first label that we came out with when we first opened. All of our wines had that label on it. The label is actually designed by my cousin, so my business partner's younger sister. She's an art teacher, a very talented artist. So she designed that first label for us. And then pretty much all of the labels that you're seeing, she designed the artwork for them. And we have another graphic designer that kind of puts them all together. So anytime we're coming out with a new wine now, typically we kind of just have a fun, different label for it. We just kind of based on the name. If you see the Cherry Kiss Red right there.
Yes.
One of my favorites. She designed that one. That was one of our most recent releases as of a year or so ago.
Okay.
So yeah, we just come up with all different labels now, keep it unique and interesting. And
that is cool. When we go to the different stores and we're going down either the craft beer aisle or the wine aisle, obviously I like to get into the flavor, the style of wine I like, or beer, but then I do look at the labels. Sometimes I just buy an off the wall, got a cool
Yeah.
label, and so yeah, I'm a label guy.
Right, you're not the only one. I mean, a lot of people will choose a wine on a shelf if they're not familiar with what they're seeing. They often just choose on the label. You know, hey, they're like, hey, I like a Cabernet Sauvignon. This looks like a cool label, and let's try it out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A lot of those terms I don't know if Mark's familiar with, but I am because from the ballerina terms. But
Oh yeah.
no, that's really cool.
Yeah. So how are you guys how are you guys doing in this craziness right now? I see you can obviously shop online. I did hear you are open or not open, or Renee was saying something.
We're open today. Excuse me, today. We decided kind of last minute this week to be open for a few hours today. But other than that, we're not open to the public right now, unless it's kind of by appointment only for pickups. But typically, I mean, if this wasn't going on, we'd be open every day all year round at our St. Joe location. And then our Bridgeland location has more seasonal hours. We're usually open there every day in the summertime, May through October. And then after that, it's just weekends in Bridgeland. So,
Okay.
yeah, but we do just recently started shipping all over the United States. So we ship to just about 40 states right now, if you can see here on the screen.
Yeah.
There's very few states that we don't ship to. So all of our wines can be shipped directly to your doorstep, which is kind of
Wow.
nice.
Yeah. Awesome.
That is cool. So what do you guys have? I was telling Renee this and my wife that we just naturally have gone north usually to Leelanau. We're gonna definitely start coming south because you guys have a ton of them down there. Are you guys part of any club or anything down there, kind of like the Leelanau one, and they have like a tour you can hit, get on, pay the $70 or whatnot?
Yeah. So we do get tour groups like that. We're not, there's no like specific scheduled groups that come on a regular basis necessarily. You don't have like a set tour, I guess, but we do get groups that come in on the weekends and are going to numerous places. There's a lot of different tour groups around here. There's not as many as the Traverse City area. There's a lot there in Traverse City. I went there for my birthday over Labor Day weekend, and there's so many different ones to choose from there. And not to mention that they go to like wineries, breweries, distilleries. There was even on my birthday we did a what was it called, a midnight tour or something. It actually went from 8 p.m. to midnight.
Wow.
And
Oh.
yeah, to brewery, wineries aren't open that late, obviously, but breweries and distilleries. So it was kind of fun, but maybe not after a day of wine tasting.
Yeah, if you did a 1 to 5 and then you did a 5 to midnight, that would be pretty crazy.
So I mean, sometimes in the summertime we get 5 or 6 groups a day in one location, so it can be kind of crazy. It's a good thing, but it's sometimes hard to handle because we are a small winery, and if you come into either one of our tasting rooms, we're in a downtown location, so our retail space is not a really big space, so we got to work with what we have.
Yeah. Well, that was a great question because I told Mark I started having these virtual wine socials at 1, and I thought, oh my goodness, it's a little early to start, but no, it's great information. And like I said, I did that Winter Wine Festival, Why Not? And we kind of obviously I'm a real estate agent, so is Mark, but we kind of have like an adventure group, Remax Adventure. Mm-hmm. And that's, I'd like to get to my clients. It's not just about real estate, because a lot of my clients become, I talk to them, year round. So this is just different things that we can interest them in.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely is very cool. I appreciate you taking the time because, no, it's really cool.
Yeah, we'll definitely come down this summer if we can ever leave our house again. But
right.
I know.
Yeah, so we do, you can see here, we do wine tastings. We have a flight option, so we have seating indoor in St. Joe, but actually at our Bridgeland tasting room, we do have some outdoor seating. So you could grab a flight. Yeah. So you can grab a flight and just kind of relax. You know, it's a little bit bigger port, so you can relax and stay for a while there. And then we sell everything by the glass, and we sell bottles to go, of course, as well. So,
Yeah.
and you know, we usually do a lot of off-site events and festivals. Obviously, summer is a big time for that, but this year not going to be a whole lot,
Right.
unfortunately. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff getting canceled. We're pretty heavy in like the mountain bike and cycling racing,
Yep.
and all of that is postponed. Some of it's canceled, but most of it's postponed, and
Yeah.
you know, it's crazy. It's definitely crazy, but we'll make it through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is crazy.
Cool. Well, thanks for spending some time with us. And we are, like I say, we're going to, you know, make this a little video. We'll share it with you, and it'll be on YouTube and whatnot. And like I say, we get this broadcasted out to our sphere, and invite them to come down. And then when we come down later, we'll say, hey everybody, this is where we're going.
Thanks.
I know. Maybe if I'm allowed to get married this year, Lauren, I'll bring my. Well, I don't really have a wedding party. You just saw her. That was Mark's wife. Amy and I will come and visit the wedding.
Yeah.
My wedding party. But no, it's really cool because I'm located in Portage, and but our office is out of Grand Rapids.
Right. And Mark, is that where you're at, Grand Rapids?
Yeah. So we got 3 locations in Grand Rapids, but yeah, I'm on the west side.
Okay.
But we do, with Renee joining us, we are now doing a lot in the Kalamazoo, Portage, you know, area, southern Michigan, and so we're kind of all over, really. We go as far north as Cedar Springs. We do a lot in Grand Haven, Holland. We go as far as like Lowell when it comes to east, and so yeah, we're kind of spread all over.
Yeah.
Nice. Have you guys been to St. Joseph before?
Yes.
I have. Yes.
There's I love the gosh, I'm not gonna remember the names of the restaurants, but we've got a little supper club, we call it. There's like 10 of us that go out, couples that go out to dinner, and we try different places. And there's a couple really good ones down there. I'm terrible at remembering the names, but you know, same thing. We like to go out and try different places, and we haven't, like I say, I haven't wine toured down there though, so I'm looking forward to trying that.
That's definitely got to get on the books.
Yeah, there's a ton of wineries to choose from. If you guys have questions on some ones that I would recommend, you just let me know.
Perfect.
Yeah. You had Lemon Creek last week, and they're one I always recommend. They have such a huge wine list and really delicious wine too.
Yeah.
Cool.
And no, I appreciate it because, like I said, your name caught me right off, you know, the bat. I'm like, oh, I'm calling them. So no, I really think that's
appreciate
cool.
thinking of us. I'm sorry, this is not the prettiest setting right now, but if we were not open, I'd go outside and show you the tasting room. But this is just the back right now. So.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Well, thanks again, and we'll be in touch for sure.
Okay, sounds
Thanks,
good.
Lauren.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Yep.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.